guys, welcome back to my channel. It's a new year, which means new vlogs, and I wanted to try to do things a bit differently this year and try to do monthly vlogs. Now obviously I make my care videos and also my reaction videos, and sometimes I will upload the occasional vlog if something interesting is happening. Say for example, if the rats have to go to the vets, or someone else is going to the vets, or something significant is happening on that day or that week, I will vlog that whole entire thing. But I don't really vlog on a day-to-day basis, or sometimes there's some specific things that I think I should have filmed that when it was happening in the moment, and I just don't have a particular video to put that in, or a video or a reason to film that kind of thing. So I really wanted to try to do things a bit differently this year and film monthly vlogs instead. So that's what I'm going to try to do. This is January's vlog, and I have no idea if I can stick to this or not. Obviously I'm not going to film every single day because that would be a very long video, and to be honest I have no idea how long this video is going to end up. So if you stick all the way to the end, thank you so much. But I'm going to try to film as much as possible. Obviously not things that I'm doing because you don't want to watch me doing day-to-day basic things, but I'm going to try to film as much with the pets as possible and really give you guys an insight into their lives and my life with them. So hopefully you guys find this interesting and you prefer watching me on a monthly basis rather than just one odd day in the month that I randomly decide to film if something interesting is happening. I want to show you guys all of the little tiny, maybe boring things as well. So I just wanted to quickly show you this cat scratcher bowl we were sent by a brand called Ichi, I think. They sent this for Hubble, which is really good timing because he loves to sleep on his other cardboard scratcher, but he's just getting a bit big for it. He's hanging over the edges, so he really needed a bigger one. So this is going to be perfect. I'm really excited to give this to him in a second, but if you would like to get one of these or their other products, I will leave their website linked in the description. So let's open this and go and see what Hubble thinks. The cool thing about these, besides the fact they look really nice, is the fact that this part is replaceable. So if they scratch this and destroy this, you can buy a replaceable insert. But also the middle bit presses down like this to make a more comfy bed for them. So I think he's going to really like this. What's that? That's for you. Do you like it? Wow. Sit in it then. Is that nice? Wow. He likes it. Wow, doing a big scratch. Say thank you. Say thank you. Do you like it that much? So I'm so out of breath because I've just done a massive deep clean on the rat cage. It was one of those where you pull it out from the wall and clean up all the stuff that they've chucked on the back of the cage, and I broke my rat cage. This is the Pet Planet rat cage, which admittedly is not the best quality rat cage, but it's been perfectly fine up until now, until I just pulled the door off and broke the door. I don't think it was entirely my fault because it does look like underneath where the hinge was is a little bit rusty, but I just pulled it and this fell off, and now the whole door is just, hang on, let me show you. So the whole door just falls off. I can't open it, I can't do anything. I don't really have anything to like weld this back onto. I assume that's what needs doing. I have literally not even super glue or anything. All I have is zip ties. I don't have anyone that can help me put this back on. So I'm just a bit stumped. I don't know what to do to fix this long term. I really don't want to buy a whole new £200 cage just for a really stupid little hinge. But this is not ideal considering we're probably going into like the 20th lockdown in the UK and no one can help me fix this. Anyway, back to deep cleaning the cage, I guess. I'm going to have to try and do it with just one door open, which is going to be really impossible to get a massive bag of bedding in there, but we'll manage. It's fine. So I actually got some different beddings to try from my wholesaler where I get all of my products in stock for my online store. Top tip, if you ever want to get beddings and supplies cheaper for your own pets, start an online business selling the products because you have access to all of these things, and mine seems to have a lot of American brands which you can't really find in UK pet stores. I've never seen this one sold, maybe it is somewhere, but I've never tried or used this. This is the Oxbow Pure Comfort. I think it's pretty much essentially the same as Katie Clean and Cozy, maybe a bit similar to Carefresh, so I've got this for the mice. Then I also got this Eco Nest pillow wad, just basically like shredded cardboard bedding for the rats, just because obviously right now they do have their hemp or bios bedding, but same reason really that I found with the mice is they can't really make good burrows or dig very well in it just because it is very, very fine. So I wanted to try and mix the rat's bedding with something else to make a bit more of an interesting texture, so I picked up some cardboard bedding for them. It's not the biggest bag in the world, but I think this only cost me about £3 for like a trade price, so it's not too bad. And good job I bought this because I cleaned the whole rat cage and realised, look how dismal this is, I realised that I'm almost out of hemp, so they need something more in the base of that, so I'm going to put some of this in now. It's also a good job that I bought this because the hemp bedding seems to be really difficult to find at the moment. I don't know if that's because of COVID or Brexit or a combination of the both, but I just couldn't find any. It took me about an hour to find anywhere selling hemp bedding of any sort, so that should be here next week I think, and then I'll just kind of top that up in there, but they always seem to flatten it. I find that's the problem with hemp, is that you put like this much in, you're like, oh, that's a decent layer, and then the next day a very flat crumble stands on it and it just goes down to like nothing. So I wanted to mix it with something like this to give it a bit of a better texture, and I know people that mix their beddings, they don't just stick to one bedding, and maybe that's going to be me from now on. Oh my gosh, it's so cold because it's been in the car. I can't wait for this to be all over my carpet in 10 minutes. This angle is just amazing. You can completely see everything I'm doing. Who? Let me be a YouTuber. Done. What do you think? Don't care? No. No one else probably does either. So guess what has finally turned up? The mouse pins are finally here and I'm so excited to show you them. Before that though, I wanted to quickly take a moment to mention today's video sponsor, which of course is Skillshare. I've been working with Skillshare over the past couple of months, but just in case you've not heard of Skillshare before, Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands and thousands of classes for creative and curious people just like me, and I'm sure many of you also watching. So Skillshare is a place where millions of people come together to take the next step in their creative journey, and as you know, I did design all of the designs for my rat and mouse pins myself using Procreate on my iPad, and I'm really interested in developing my skills and creating more designs and pin designs in the future, and I might already have one in the works which I'll hopefully be able to show you soon. But I have been taking a few classes on Skillshare on how to better use Procreate, and if you're also interested in doing digital art and learning how to do this, I highly recommend some of the ones on Skillshare. So one class that I've been loving at the moment is called Intro to Procreate by Brooke Glaser, and this has been really helpful in just learning the basics of Procreate and learning how to use all of the tools, because I am definitely one of those people that just wants to jump into something and be good at it straight away without really taking time to learn how to use all of the different tools and techniques, so that's been really helpful for that. This class is also really helpful in learning how to recolor different areas of the designs on Procreate. Obviously with the rat and mouse designs that I've got, I want them in different colours and different varieties, and I don't want to have to redo the whole design just to change the colour, so it also taught me how to recolor different areas and do this really easily. So Skillshare has been created specifically with learning in mind, and it really optimises this by having no adverts on the classes or the videos, so there's no interruptions to your learning and you can really focus on the new skill you're trying to pick up. They've also now introduced live classes where you can watch and develop your skills alongside other members in real time, which I think is really cool. So as always, they've given you guys access to a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. That is only available to the first 1,000 people that use the link in my description. After that, it is only $10 a month with their annual subscription, which I think is really good, especially if you're looking to learn how to use Procreate or how to draw on your iPad. I think it's a really good chance to pick up those kind of skills and use their free trial. So thank you so much Skillshare for sponsoring another one of my videos. It really helps a channel like mine a lot, and I've been really enjoying taking the classes on Procreate, and I can't wait to show you what I've been working on with the new designs, but most importantly I'm really excited to finally show you the mouse pins. So these are the mouse pins, very similar to the rat pins. Crumble, I swear to God. I'm not even joking, when I'm not talking, he's not drinking. And then as soon as I start watching, he does it on purpose. I swear he's doing it on purpose. Crumble, if you need to drink, that's fine. But just do it all in one go. So these are the mouse pins, very similar to the rat pins, and they just say ask me about my mice. And you might notice there's only 2 designs here at the moment. The cream mouse pins are missing still. I am not going to go too much into it, but I should be expecting them hopefully sometime soon. They were missing from the delivery, which is a shame, but I don't want to wait too much longer because you guys are excited, I'm excited. I've waited long enough to release these and I really want to get them out there in the world to you guys, so I'm just going to ignore Crumble and also ignore the fact that the cream ones aren't here. If by some miracle they turn up before this video goes up and before I launch the pins, then they will also be on the website. If not, I think what I'm going to do, and I don't know if I'm overcomplicating this, but I might try to hold back some of the cream, this is a grey, some of the grey mouse pins and also some of the brown ones, just in case you wanted to order a cream one and also one of these ones at the same time. I don't want you guys paying extra shipping to ship them separately, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't know if I'm overcomplicating this, but the cream mouse pins are coming if you would prefer a cream one, and if that fits what your mouse looks like a bit better. There is supposed to be a cream one, which is not here at the moment, but just imagine what that would look like, and if it does turn up miraculously in the next couple of days, I will insert a clip or they will be on the website. But these are the 2 we have at the moment, and I'm just working with what I've got. So yeah, I hope you guys still like them, and if you are set on having a cream one, I will update you guys on the Facebook page or also on the Instagram story on my store Instagram when the cream ones turn up. I will let you guys know ASAP, but those may be a couple more weeks. Who knows? I have no idea, but I really wanted to release the grey ones and the brown ones this time because I don't want to wait too much longer, and I've got them, so I might as well put them on the store. But if you wanted a mixture of them or a cream one, I will try to keep some of these ones back just in case you wanted to order all of them or a selection, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's still exciting. I think they turned out really cute, and I'm going to keep some back for myself because I also want people to ask me about my mice, and mice also have a stereotype of being dirty vermin that people don't really know are sometimes kept as pets, and I want to break that stigma as well. So if you would like one of the ask me about my mice pins, they will be linked in the description. It is also worth mentioning that there is a very limited number of these available. If you do want one, I do recommend being quick, and I'm not going to do a pre-order like I did with the rat pins, just because that did go kind of terribly and there was a lot of disappointment from me, from you guys, because things were so delayed by the factory and the manufacturer. So I'm not gonna set anyone up for disappointment this time. I will probably try to get them back in stock if they do go out of stock. That will probably be a very long time, in a couple of months. So if you would like one at the moment, I suggest being quick. But yeah, thank you guys so much in advance if you do decide to purchase one. It is still really surreal to me seeing people wearing these and having something that I've made myself, but mouse pins are now going to be on the store at the time you're watching this. Good morning. So today is the day of Hubble's neuter. I need to get him into his carrier and drop him off and try not to think about it too much. Good boy. I love you. I love you. Good boy. You'll be alright. I know. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. I know. You'll be alright. Good boy. Oh, I'm sorry, Papa. Oh my gosh. Come on then. Oh. You okay? You okay? Oh.
I think he's happy now.
Don't lick it.
You got a coat?
Oh, he's okay. You do look cute though. I see. Oh, chickens. Oh no. Whoa. Oh. So So I thought I'd just give you a quick update on how Hubble's neuter went. I dropped him off at about 8:40 in the morning and I turned up and I called them. Obviously because of the whole COVID thing, you have to call up in the car park and they come and get them from the car. And I called them up and they said that they had no record of him being booked in for a neuter or a microchip, and they were confused, I was confused. Turns out that someone had booked me in to a different vet's, which was about half an hour away from me, and luckily they said that they would still take him, neuter him, microchip him, and I didn't have to suddenly drive half an hour away to a different vet's, which is good. But that was just a really nerve-wracking start to the day because I was thinking, I've starved him, he's been really upset because he's not had breakfast, and I thought they were gonna turn me away, but they took him, which is good. So then I picked him up at about 4 o'clock and he meowed the whole car ride home. He's getting pretty good at being in a car, he doesn't mind too much, but I think just the whole experience was a bit much for him, so he was pretty distressed the whole car ride home. And then when I got him home, pretty much as soon as I let him out of his carrier, he was just very, very persistently trying to lick his wound. I think he was more interested in licking the fur kind of around it and wanting to clean dried blood and just matted bits of fur. He wanted really just to clean himself a bit, but he was also licking the incision area and it did start to bleed whilst I was on the phone to the vets, calling them, asking them what they wanted me to do in the situation because they didn't provide me with a cone, and I really wanted one because I couldn't sleep properly or couldn't monitor him every single second or really stop him from licking, because anytime I tried to push him away and stop him, he would bite me and attack me. So I had to drive him back all the way to the vets to purchase a cone. So yeah, I had to take both of us back to the vets. He had to come back to the vets with me. I think we were only home a grand total of 15 minutes before I was taking us both back to the vets to buy a cone because they didn't give us one. I don't know if some vets do this as standard, but he didn't come with a cone and I had to actually buy one. And as you can see by the clips, he was not a fan of the cone, but better than making himself bleed after surgery. So he's actually not wearing the cone today. We've taken it off because he's not bothering himself so much and he seems a lot calmer today, which is good. So the cone only lasted about 12 or so hours, but it was just an experience. But I will say the whole experience of having a cat neutered compared to rats or even a dog is so much easier and so much quicker in terms of recovery, which is surprising. So yeah, Hubble is fine. He's pretty much back to his usual self. All in all, he's doing much better than he was yesterday. So the time has come where Clove's tumour has got to the point where I don't think it's fair to allow her to carry on. I feel like it's just recently, the last couple of days, started to affect her quality of life, and obviously I don't want it getting any worse or actually starting to cause issues for her. So she's done pretty good since I discovered it back in early December, I'd say, and it's just grown so rapidly. I'd say in the last week it's pretty much almost doubled in size, which is just crazy to witness. I've never experienced a tumour quite like this ever in mice or rats really, so it's just been awful to watch it grow as fast as it has. And she's been fine, she's been eating and drinking and stuff. I'd say only in the last couple of days it's really started to affect her movement, and I've also noticed in the last 2 or 3 days her hair has started to fall out, her fur's started to have patchy areas. She's just not looking as great as she was previously, which is why I let her carry on going until I saw any signs that she was starting to struggle, which I'm starting to see at the moment. So I think probably the kindest thing to do, and it's always the trickiest decision, is probably just to call the vets and see obviously what they think. But I think now is probably the kindest time to let her go before it gets any worse. The last thing I want is this tumour rupturing and causing her any discomfort. Right now she doesn't know that she's got a tumour. Mice don't really understand the concept of having tumours. Luckily they don't understand the concept of cancer and stuff, so she has really no idea what's happening or what's coming. I don't want her to experience any level of uncomfort or pain, and I think with how it's got at this point, letting her go sooner rather than later is going to be the kindest thing to do. So yeah, not the happiest end to this video. I feel like my videos always end on a sad note, but she's lived a really good life. She's lived a really long life. Not as long as I would have hoped. She's not made it to her 2nd birthday, but I'm not gonna prolong that for my own selfish reasons. just to celebrate her 2nd birthday. So that's the update on Clove. She's currently hiding in a court vlog, and I'm going to get her out, give her a treat, let you guys see her, and then I'm going to call the vets. Clovey, come on darling. So here she is. You can't really see the size or the extent of the tumour from this angle, but it's kind of underneath her armpit, and she can still eat. It's not quite affecting her being able to hold things, but I feel like it's quite close to that point, which would not be fair on her, so it is definitely time. You know, I think this might win the prize for the weirdest thing I bought the mice that's not intended to be used for mice, but I think it's going to work. It's just like an acrylic bird feeder that I thought would look really cute if I attach it to the glass and put some sort of substrate in and just give them somewhere extra to climb on. So I think I'm going to stick it right there. Is that on? That feels quite firmly on. Humbug. Let's not break the door any more than it's already broken. Thank you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. My zip ties are no match for your big body. So here are the zip ties that I've... Wow. Camera, can you focus? No? Okay, that's fine. So here are the zip ties that I've zip tied the door on, but she's still unstable. I mean... relatable, but I don't know what to do. So I actually think I'm going to leave this video here. I know it's not been the whole of January and I would have liked to have filmed the next couple of weeks, but I feel like this video was already quite long and I'm not too sure, with it being the first one that's a bit longer, how well it's going to go down. If any of you are still watching at this point, I have no idea, but I will be able to get a better insight into that after I upload this, so I'm not going to leave it too long, just in case you don't want to watch a longer video that's like 40 minutes long, because that could be quite a lot. So I'm going to leave this video here for now. I'm also not feeling great. I feel like my health has just gone downhill over the past couple of months and it seems to be getting worse, so I'm really not feeling like filming anything at the moment, so I won't bore you with that too much. If you do want to find out more about that, I post on my Instagram stories quite a lot, mostly just me complaining about how I'm feeling on a daily basis. So if you are interested, make sure you follow me on Instagram, make sure you're following the rats and the mice on Instagram. I've not been taking as many pictures as I should, and also make sure you're following Hubble on his Instagram as well. Also, don't forget to check out my store Instagram, just in case you were wanting a cream mouse pin. That will be the place where I announce when those are available and when they've turned up, and hopefully that should be in the next couple of weeks. Also, don't forget to check out the link to the free trial of Skillshare in the description, just in case you were wanting to pick up a new skill. January and February are very weird months where you don't really know what to do with yourself, and I think learning a new skill is a really good way to fill these next few months. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've got this far, I hope you guys have enjoyed a slightly longer video. If you have got all the way to the end, let me know in the comments what your 2021 goals are. Don't set them too high, it's been a very rough year, but if you have any goals in terms of your pets, or getting new pets, or just personal goals, let me know in the comments. I would love to have a chat about that. And make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you guys hopefully in my next video. Bye!